Just give us your general thoughts on how you thought the game went.
I thought it was well played on both sides. Hurricanes very athletic, very physical. Got to give it to them. They didn't take a play off. From our end, the guys executed really well down the stretch. That was a big question mark on us. Could we hold a lead when winning time was in place? And that last 4 minutes of basketball, we really did. We saw some guys step up. I got some really unselfish guys there. I had a senior that sat the bench the whole second half and looked at me with about 2 minutes ago and said, "Coach, we're good, we're good, we're good." And it's a special locker room in there right now.
Music gets in foul trouble second quarter, ends up having to sit out for a pretty lengthy stretch of that game. You guys are able to weather the storm. Just tell me about that period.
We had a guy step up, White Kinder, man, and White's been waiting on his moment. In practice, we're always going, we interchange, and so we're always going against each other at mixed groups. And so to say that I've got to, it's always next guy up, and that's been our conversation all year when we face adversity. Who's going to come in, be us, play with Winfield basketball details in the moment. And that's what we saw out of White out there. It's hard having Ross off obviously he's a special kid, but man, the guy stepped up. It was good.
Talk to us about the play of Jace Miller. I mean, hit big free throws down the stretch, had some very important minutes for you. What did you like about him tonight?
Jace Miller's been our energy. When he comes off the bench, you can see the confidence on the floor go up. It's because of his physicality. He executes really well. He doesn't outplay himself. And for us, that's really important because everybody's got to do their role to the best of their ability. Everyone's got different skill sets. Jace brings in physicality. He brings in an unselfishness that the guys just feed off of. And, I mean, he's been – I've told you, we almost player of the game every game for us because that's the stuff he does. It's special for him.
I thought Griffith had a similar energy tonight. It seemed like he was kind of a spark when you guys needed him.
He's our go-to. When it comes down to those seniors, there's a few of them to step up. Ross, Cody, Tanner had a big night tonight. But Cody's a guy that when you need a bucket, he'll go get you one. Have a timeout. We're looking at him saying, "Hey, it's winning time, man." He's a guy that wants that moment. He's waited for his time to get here, and he's well deserving the recognitions he's getting.
Talk to us about the third quarter. That was a very pivotal quarter for you guys. You guys were tied going into the half. You guys stretched the lead out to 6 going into the fourth quarter. What did you see differently from your team in the third quarter?
We opened up in our 3-2 zone to see if we could just get them to shot settle so we could get just a little bit of a cushion, and they did. Coming out into scout, you'd see some of those guys just want that first pass shot out of that zone. We were going to stay in it for 3 possessions was our goal, and end up staying in it for about 4 minutes because they were settling for the ball. And so from our standpoint, I think that really gave us a little bit of momentum because we were able to come down and execute on the other end, got some spacing on the scoreboard that at the end gave us a little more confidence to play. So.
Hot start to the season for you guys so far. I know it's still early, but just what's the feeling with these guys? What's the vibe for you guys right now? Because it seems like you're playing some pretty good ball.
Well, we jumped into this job the week of tryouts, going into it, and so our message the whole time was we want to celebrate these kids. The fact that they're in this moment right now with the adversity that they've had, as a coaching staff, we've just preached to them. It's about them. Everybody's got to do their skill set. And every day we're skilled. 25 minutes of our practice is nothing but execution of skill work with our guys. And so when it comes to 2 feet jump stops, it comes showing that basketball, it shows guide hands. They execute it into a point to where it translates on the floor to big time and quad A4 wins, for us. We're 4-0 right now coming out. There's nothing that you can take away from those guys in that locker room right now. We're just getting started. We came in here ready to battle. It's what we did, and successfully.
Talk to me about the level of emotion, what your message was to your guys, since this is the Will Washburn Classic. A lot of your players did play with Will. What was your message to them in such a very emotional game?
We did talk. That was a conversation yesterday, just being here. The fact this is the first Classic, I give it up to Coach Sutherland and his crew here because they have done. This event has been special, and a lot of our guys did play. I mean, one of my assistant coaches, his brother's one of Will's best friends back. And so for us to be able to take the floor in recognition of a young man who's no longer with us, but we get to celebrate him, that was the message in the locker room. And if you can't get fired up for that special moment to be here, it's hard to be on that basketball court to play. And so it's a special moment.
And then finally, talk to me about this, because it's hard for a Winfield team to come in the Hurricane when it hardly has ever happened since 2010. What does this mean for you as a coach, one, but two, for your team in totality?
Well, you're telling me statistics I didn't know. And so all I know
hardly
is
happens, Coach.
All I know is that our guys were prepared. It's a long season. we haven't really, we've had a lot of adversity and competition's sake, but the cue on this team is going to be how do we handle adversity when it comes out and hits us. We don't play as well. Shots don't fall. How are we going to look? And so, being where we're at right now, I've got 12 guys in there celebrating, 5 coaches that are excited, and I couldn't be happier for them. This is a special month for those seniors in there.
Congratulations, Coach. Go celebrate with them.
Thank you. I appreciate it.